Hi children. Hi. Today we are going to talk about some stories. You know, the world's top teachers, great gurus, spiritual masters, philosophers in the world, including people such as Jesus Christ, our ancient rishis, Buddha, Vivekananda, Paramahansa, they always shared through stories. Great learning. You remember a few days back I told you about a story regarding why we should not be greedy. And that was about Lakshmi and Ram. Remember about the golden fish? So taking you with the stories of, today I'm going to tell you about a golden bird. A beautiful golden bird made of really gold. Now, how does the story start? This is about a very simple, poor girl, Radha. Radha comes from a little village in south part of the India, and very simple, very good, very pure girl. And her mother, who works in a rich man's house in the village to earn just the basic food. And she will go in the morning, leave some food for Radha to eat. They would eat only one time in a day because there was not much of money. And Radha's mother will come back. Radha was 9 years of age. And Radha will do her studies and stay at home. Mother will come back and they will both work together, keep the house clean and cook some food, eat, and this was their life. One day, Radha's mother had brought some rice grain and little bit of dal pulses, and Radha's mother cleaned it up the evening before, and before going the next day morning, she said, Radha, I must dry these rice and the grain, but listen, I cannot leave it outside like that because the birds will come and eat it up. So you sit there, and there is this little white sheet on which Radha's mother put the rice grain and put the dal grain and told Radha, you sit here and watch. And Radha's mother went off to work. And she used to work from morning till evening. And Radha is watching, and soon enough, birds would naturally come. So there is this little sparrow, comes and lands there. And by the way, grown-up parents and grown-up children, I'm talking about you, 17, 18, 19 years old. This story is lovely. Listen to it. It sounds like a small child story, but they're very powerful. The sparrow comes and tells, apparently could speak, Radha, I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat? In the story, the birds can also speak. Now, Radha was a very kind and a poor girl. She knows what is hunger. So she said, okay, let me give her a little bit of. So she gave a few grains and said, you can eat these. The sparrow was very happy, smiled, ate a few grains and flew off. And little later comes a crow. Crow comes and also says, Radha, I'm very hungry. Will you give me something to eat, please? Radha, naturally very kind-hearted but worried. These birds are going to eat up everything. And then my mother will come and scold me. She said, don't let the birds eat. But still, her heart is very kind. And she is a very loving girl. She said, okay, please eat. And she gives the crow also a little bit of rice grain. And crow also eats and flies away. And suddenly there was a big sound of a flap and finds a golden bird. Remember the golden bird? Comes and stands, lands in front of Radha. Pretty big bird, almost as big as Radha. And said, Radha, I'm very hungry. Will you give me something to eat? Radha said, listen, my mother, she has got only this thing to eat. And when she comes back and finds only this food, and that is eaten away by the birds, we will have nothing to eat. And then Radha heart again cried because she is kind and loving. The golden bird is listening, not pleading, not saying anything, just said once, I'm very hungry. Radha said, okay, please take some. And the golden bird in 1 second finishes up all the rice and the pulses dal. In one, somehow he just eats up whole thing. And now Radha's face became so small. Now Radha is so worried, mother is going to fire me so much, scold me. I have no food left. What will mommy eat when she comes back? What will I eat with her? She was more worried about what will mommy eat. Poor mommy will come all the way tired, she will cook it and eat, and there is no food left. Then looking at Radha's face, the golden bird said, why is your face so small? Radha said, this is what is my worry. Mama has nothing to eat. So the golden bird said, okay, you come with me to my house and I will give you something and your problem will be over. Radha said, okay, where is it? He said, you come with me at the end of the village. The Radha scared, it is going to be now 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening. Mommy will come another 1 hour, 2 hours time. And if I go and I get late, mommy will be very worried. And then Radha is thinking, and if I don't go and don't get something to eat for my mother, mother is going to get more angry. So she goes with. And at the end of the village, she sees a big tree and which she has never seen, a golden house on top of the tree. Radha was surprised. I never seen that golden house. It looked really shining. Setting sun was falling on that. And the bird flew up, went onto the house. Now Radha is wondering, how am I going to go? I can't fly like the bird. The bird, golden bird, says, what kind of a ladder would you require to come up? She said, a strong bamboo ladder will do. And suddenly from nowhere comes a strong bamboo ladder, very light and strong. The Radha puts the ladder and climbs up. And as he goes to the house, she finds a strange, beautiful house. And it has got furniture, bird's house, has got chairs and table and bed and all, do you know what? Made of gold and gold and gold. Radha is very surprised, but can't say anything much. And the bird said, you are very hungry, no? Radha said, yes. He said, come, I'll give you something to eat. Radha said, no, I will carry it for my mother. She is also not eaten. The bird said, don't worry. You eat now, I'll give you for your mother also. The Radha eats. And delicious, hot, good food of exactly Radha's choice. After she eats, the golden bird comes with 3 boxes. 1 small box, 1 medium box, and 1 big box. Small one, medium one, big box. And says, I have a gift for you. Because I have eaten all your food, this gift will take care and pay the price for what I have eaten. Which one do you want? The big one, the medium one, or the small one? Radha, being very polite and not greedy and very kind, loving, she said, this small one will do. You took only a little bit of rice, nothing much. So, golden bird said, okay, go ahead, take it. And Radha opens the box and shocked, it's filled with very precious diamonds and gems all in the small little box. Radha is very pleased, and Radha comes down the ladder, goes home. A little later, mommy comes, and Radha tells the whole story and shows the box. Mommy is so surprised, a very expensive jewelry. And she takes one stone and goes and sells it to the local jeweler, makes lots of money, and in no time, overnight, suddenly Radha and mommy, Radha's daddy had passed away long time back, meaning died long time ago. They were only mommy and Radha. They buy a new big house, their life is changed, there's no shortage of food, Radha's mommy doesn't have to work anymore, and they're all the time creating, doing good things, and studying, and doing handworks and things. Now, there is lots of neighbors, they're all surprised. Where did suddenly Radha and mommy get so much of money? So one of the neighbor, very talkative mother, her name was Taraka. The Taraka, very prying, nosy lady comes and says, how did you make all this money? Suddenly from where? Now, Radha's mother is very simple, straight, honest. She told the story. So this Taraka said, I'm also going to go. And next day, she goes and takes out the best of the rice and puts lots of rice and waiting for the golden bird to come. Little later comes that little sparrow. Taraka shooed the sparrow. Go away, don't come here. I'm waiting for the golden bird. Go away, shoo, shoo, shoo. The sparrow, poor sparrow, sadly flies away. Comes the crow, and Taraka shoos away the crow also. Don't come and loiter here. This food is only meant for the golden bird. And the golden bird comes little later and says, can I have some food, please? And Taraka says, please eat whatever you like. You can take the whole lot. And the golden bird in one gallop finishes up the whole food. And then she says, how are you going to pay the price? Taraka is asking her for the price. Notice, Radha never asked for it. Radha said, I'm so worried. What will mother eat? But here Taraka is naturally very greedy and wanting money. And her intention is to get those diamonds and jewelry. She says, how are you going to pay for it? The golden bird said, you come with me. I'll pay you. Come to my house. Golden bird takes her to the end of the village, same tree. What kind of a ladder would you like? Golden bird asks Taraka. Taraka says, a gold ladder. And there comes a shining gold ladder. And she is smiling, Taraka is smiling. She climbs up to the ladder and sees the golden house. And the golden bird says, come, I'll give you some food to eat. And she eats the food just like before, very nice hot food. And she brings the 3 boxes at the end. And Taraka is very greedy. He says, I want the biggest box. She takes the big box. Somehow clumsily climbs down the ladder. As she climbs down, suddenly finds that the golden ladder has become old iron ladder, rusted. Anyway, comes with the box and comes to the home and very eagerly opens the box. And there comes a cobra snake. See, just being greedy, what happened? The whole world curses you if you're greedy and selfish. Radha, on the other hand, was kind and caring, and selfless. Even though they had no food, she still gave away the food. And what happens? The nature God creates. And strangely, Taraka went down to that house to go and catch the golden bird. You've given me a cobra. What about the money for the food that you've eaten? She finds the golden house is missing, not vanished. The golden bird was never seen by ever again. and Radha's mother continued to live and took care of the people who were weak and poor with lots of diamonds and jewelry that they had got. Good story, no? So that's the power of being kind and being selfless. Always think about what can I do for you? Who's you? Start with mommy, then daddy, then grandma and grandpa, and then your servants and your guards and drivers and everybody in the society and people and your friends. Have fun. Think about it. Always be kind and caring.